I'm sure if you take the statistics about how people die in Nigeria, suicide will be the last. Malaria will kill more people than suicide. Hunger will kill more than suicide. Why? Because the gift of life is precious. The gift of life is what? Is precious. And so David says, teach us, Lord, to number our days. To number your days means to assign your days. You assign an identity to your day. You assign a purpose to your day. The Bible says after God created the animals, he brought it, all of them, to who? To Adam, to see what he will call them. So Adam assigned identities. He assigned purpose to the animals God created. Because a name is not just a label, it's a definition of a character. It's a definition of a character. So he has called us as what? Co-laborers with him. If you are a co-laborer, you are a co-creator. You are a co-creator. You can create things, make things real. Make things real. What is man that thou art mindful of him? Psalmist says, for you made him a little lower than angels. You know how powerful what God has put in you is. The fact that you can devise things. You can think and execute with precision. You have a will of your own. You can choose. You have a will. And that will, even God will not break. So when you choose, he respects your choice. He tries to influence it. He tries to persuade you. But he will never take from you that ability to will and to do. So when David says, teach me, Lord, to assign purpose, value, direction to my days, that I might apply my heart to wisdom. I don't want to live. I don't want to live like a common animal, a mere man. You know, one of the most profound scriptures. I find it profound because in its simplicity, it says a lot. It says, and Methuselah lived for about 800 years and begat children, and that was all. What a life. What a life. What a life. What will a man give in exchange for his soul? So, if indeed you have the greatest gift called life, the proof that you've recognized is the greatest, that what you have is the greatest gift, is the way you what? Administer it. Administer it. I was taking in statistics. I think I was trying to recall when last did my phone drop on the floor, and I couldn't recall. It's almost a year now. If you know me, no, before the thing has scattered. They are scattered. until I got one when I had the cost of changing the screen if it falls. That possibility ended. It ended. It ended. Why? It's value. 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 When I look at how you live life, how you apply yourself today, your day by day cycle, how you make choices that governs your day, it shows me whether or not you've actually applied your hearts to wisdom in administering the precious gifts of life. Years ago, I was at this condemned prisoner cell to go and preach. I was still in school there. I'll never forget that experience. The moment we entered, it was myself and a colleague of mine, I think it was the evangelism secretary, that we were selected to go to where the condemned inmates were. The others went to the general prison. When we entered, suddenly someone introduced us. Oh, these are men of God who have come to encourage and pray. And instantly, without anybody inspiring them, they began to loud, violent, earnest praise. Earnest praise. It was intense. It was as if they knew that for any one of them, that could very well be their last day. I didn't say they were condemned. In other words, they've been sentenced to death. And the way our judicial system works is, someone might be sentenced to death today, and for the next 20 years, they may not kill them. For some of them, they may kill them after a week. They don't know when. So every day, literally, they have to live as though it's their last, because they don't know when the hangman will come. There's no other process. Once they hear their name, it is straight